Hey guys, welcome back to graphic design. I know this is a little different, but don't worry, we will all get used to this and soon it'll just be old hat. Well, or hopefully we'll just all be back at school together soon. But regardless, we're going to keep on moving. Obviously, things are going to be a little different, especially in here because you guys don't have access to the Adobe software that we're used to using. So when we do things going forward, some of it will be more theoretical and theory-based instead of practical. Y'all are used to hands-on, and that's okay. We're going to do some theoretical, and some stuff I'll just tell you to comprise using any means you have available. So if it's pen and paper for people like Bethany out there who like to sketch, you're in luck, girl, because you can use that. Or if it's your iPad or a computer at home, I'm okay with any of these options. I'm going to be flexible. I just want to so that you guys are starting to understand what we're doing. So we were supposed to be working on that lovely little biblical newspaper project, and I know you're all so sad that we're not doing that. If we come back, we might get back to that. We'll have to wait and see. But we are going to move on to newsletter basics right now. So what's a newsletter? Well, our school has one that goes out every week. It's called The Sword. I don't know if you guys read it. One of my other classes actually makes a bunch of stuff for it, visual technology, so maybe y'all can take that one year. But The Sword is our monthly newsletter. Other people have newspapers. Typically they are by a community or a group that have a similar interest. So maybe a club, a school, a sport team, neighborhoods even have them. My neighborhood does send them out occasionally. They don't ever look very good. We need a new designer. I'm not volunteering for that job though. They can be distributed weekly, monthly, quarterly, just depending on where they are. used to do ours weekly. Now we do a monthly. And they're just an example of that. Here we have the Weekly Gazette. You can see that they have one at this school. They call it the Weekly Gazette, and obviously it goes out weekly. Newsletter design is pretty basic. It follows the grid system. We talked about that a little bit with newspapers, so it's going to be within different blocks or components. It should be consistent throughout, so whatever starts on the front should flow throughout. And it should reflect the group or the organization. So this is a throwback sword to November 2nd, 2015. We were celebrating Veterans Day. Look at us. We did follow the grid system. I didn't make this one. I was not in charge of this back then. I don't make our cover now, but anyways. So it follows the grid system. This was consistent throughout. They use the same fonts. And they highlighted important events over here. Down here they had the week's character verse as well as the character trait of the month. So what are you guys going to do with this? I promise that these videos won't be long, and hopefully you won't have to hear me talk for more than 5 to 10 minutes a day. But you guys are actually going to create your own. Don't get overwhelmed. You're going to have your time that you allot today and your time that you allot tomorrow to turn this in. And like I said, for our methods, you can use what you can find. If you want to use paper, go for it. If you want to use an iPad, if you have a computer at home, I don't care what programs you use, just make it happen. So I want you to use your imagination. This can be something real or it can be something fictitious. So for a quick example of that, oh, you know what? All right, anyways, the requirements, I'm looking for the organization's name. So on the other one, they had, they don't have it on here. You see failed. Here, we have it right here. So they say the name of their school right now, something high school. It's kind of hard to see. But you are going to put, if you want it to be a school, you can do that. I once had a student do the Hogwarts school, and she loved Harry Potter. So if you want to do a fictitious event like that, you're more than welcome. You need the date, so here's the month because this was monthly. If it's weekly, you would just put a week's date, whatever that is for you. An image of some sort you can do that. At least one complete letter or story. So here we have a letter from the head of school. Mr. Nivens was talking about all the great things going on at UC. Or here he was talking about celebrating Veterans Day. He also has events, which y'all are going to need to put. This person is talking about the modern study hall. So depending on what your thing is, will depend on what that is. The girl who did the Hogwarts thing did something about Kiddish. I've never seen that, so I don't know if I said it right. If I didn't, I'm sorry, but Quiddich maybe? Anyways, You need upcoming events. Here they have events at a glance. This one's a little bit more detailed. You can pick if you're doing at a glance. There obviously need to be a lot more. If you're doing detailed with summaries, you can have a few less. Your choice. It should follow a grid system. So here we have everything in this area and everything in this area. Everything over here, everything over here. I got a section here and a section here, excuse me. And it needs to be reflective of whatever the organization is. So you see we like to use blue and gold. The Hogwarts one, I think she did red and gold. Maybe those are the colors. But regardless, you're going to kind of use your imagination and go with that. Have fun with this. You will have today and tomorrow. Tomorrow you will submit this. This is going to be a minor assessment grade, so just something very simple. I'm not grading hard. I just kind of want to see what your thoughts are and how you would design it. Remember, whatever way you want, don't overanalyze this. I don't want you guys stretching, but I do need y'all guys to be doing something. So have a great day. If you need me, message me or email me. I'll be checking those memes, and I hope to see you guys sometime soon.